So I thought I'd share with you a bike I just recently bought, and it's one I've been looking for a while. It's a Peugeot PX10. I believe it's a Peugeot PX10. Not sure of the exact PX model because there was Peugeot PX10E, PX10L, a number of variations on this model, but I think it's late 60s. It's got a 6-figure serial number, which was how they stamped them in the 1960s, and the decals are of that period. These checkered ribbons, smaller Peugeot decal, and it's a really cool bike actually. I'm really pleased with it. Its condition is, well, I think the paintwork may be better than it looks. It's covered in like a film of dust and grime, and it may actually be better when I clean it. It may look better than I think, I hope. It's got half chrome forks and half chrome chainstays, which also identify as a PX10. Nervex lugs are the black ones here, which are really cool. The fork crown, the word Nervex is stamped on the bottom bracket as well, as proof that it's built with those particular lugs. Simplex dropouts. I really like it. I mean, it's a great project for the summer, and it's a pure like 1960s vintage French bike. I bought it in the French countryside, and it's, you know, it's really pretty original. I think, and these are Ambrosio rims, tubular rims, and I think these are Normandy Lux original hubs. And as far as dating it, it's going to have to be through a date stamp on either the pedals, hubs, or derailleur. This is white actually, I think. So I've never seen these before. These Simplex like Criterium front derailleur, but it's white, and also this one. The rear one is white as well. Never seen that particular version of it. Strong light crank missing its dust cap, and you can see it's 52, and here the other one, smaller ring, is really big. It's like a 46, it looks like, or something like that. So it's a real racing bike, not designed for someone like me. And especially in this hilly area, it's going to be tough to ride because you can see the freewheel is very small. The ratios are really narrow. It's got this really cool little ancient tyre bracket on it. Mafac brakes, the racer ones, which were just typical for the time. You can see the frame now. I don't know what that sticker is, but it's probably something the original owner put on. It's only had one owner. Here's the Nervex lugs. Head badge is actually from the 1960s as well. You can see that it's not plastic and it's not just a sticker, it's actually made of metal. So that's cool. And that ties in with these professional handlebars, which are from the 60s, I think. Seat post is just generic. I don't know why that is. In a way, I was expecting a Simplex seat post, but it's not. You can see the half chrome forks. The paint is going a bit on these. The good thing is, I think if it's covered in this type of grime, it protects the finish of the paint and also the chrome. So it's not a bad thing in a way. Here's the Reynolds decal, which is missing on the fork, and the inoxidable rust proof, as it says, steel tubes. and condition, as you can see, not bad for 53 years old, perhaps 55 maybe. I get rid of this saddle as well, which is just looks like 1990s thing that they just put on there. So that tells me as well the bike was being ridden later on. And I know that it was used in amateur racing. I saw a picture of a guy riding it in the 60s, and he had a Peugeot top on, and he's obviously like into cycling and racing. But when I bought it, when I went to buy it, the owners was the guy who sold it to me was his son, and he had no idea about the bike. So I didn't get any information from him. He just wanted the cash and wanted it out of his garage. Crazy. So here's the other side of the bike, the non-drive side. It's got a really interesting, I think this is like a stamp for identification. I think that's got a name on, maybe his original name tag there for in case it didn't get lost or stolen. I think these may be Atom small pedals actually, or Leotard, one or the other. And you can see the dirt in there, it's really pretty deep. And you can't really see the bottom bracket lug because of the dirt. There's the decals, and you can see the problem with the fork is definitely losing a lot of paint. Very cool bike. Imagine in its day how cool that bike would have been when you bought it in the bike shop in the 1960s. Top of the range. Fantastic pedigree, winning the Tour de France, winning loads of bike races. Tommy Simpson, world champion. So it's got a lot of pedigree and deserves to be restored so that it gets some of its glory back.